Rainbow Six has a lot of maps, and a lot of those maps have been reworked, redesigned, and most importantly, removed. Now, not every map is playable anymore, and some maps are so exclusively played that you may have never even had the opportunity to play them even when you could. But hey, my name is Keg, and these are 10 Siege maps you can no longer play. Number 10. Bartlett. Bartlett University is almost never played. Out of all the maps on this list, this is the only map that can be loaded in a custom game. But why would you? Bartlett was removed from casual and ranked, and what makes Bartlett interesting is that you can play the university in the situations mode, that mode you can only play offline. Or if you want to play online, you can play with 5 people in the PvE Article 5 mode where you can defeat the terrorists. This map is unique. Originally, it was made for just the situations mode, but then it was reworked for casual and ranked. And then it was taken out of casual and then ranked. Funny how life works. Number 3. Hereford. The old Hereford was a brick house originally designed as a training facility for other situation missions in Siege. The map was released as a casual and multiplayer map for the longest time, before being taken out of ranked and reworked into a new Hereford that we all know and not love today. The situations are the only way now for anyone to play the old Hereford. This map was the last map on the list that can come even close to being played now in Siege, although old Hereford cannot be played in multiplayer in any way, shape, or form anymore. Number 8. The Toy Plane.
We need to find Mr. Bear, that rascal!
This toy plane is a redesigned and reworked plane. From the wiki, the map is filled with Easter eggs, with animated objects on the walls, bullet holes and melee marks on walls that appear as stars. Wall sections destroyed by explosives or a sledgehammer will have explosions doodled around them. The flowers on walls will cry when the petals are damaged. Gift boxes can be revealed to show plushy toys. The in-flight announcement heard near the cockpit and staff sections pokes fun at the aspects of the game. Mr. Bear dominates this plane with his magical furry death menace. This map is only available for a limited time, or was, and has never come back again. It was only around for the April Fool's gag of 2019, and it did not return for 2020. But I guess with the pandemic going on, April 2020 was not much of a laughing matter. Number 7. Fort Truth. Now, Fort Truth was a map for a limited time in the Showdown mode. Somewhat based on Old Hereford, this desert map was made in place for an absolute carnage. There really wasn't much to this map. It mostly took place as an in-between for outside and inside action, and focuses on solely for the repeater rifles to just shoot at each other. Now, there are a lot of Easter eggs on this map, but I think that will be for another video. Now, let me know in the comments below what your favorite map is. Were you able to play all these maps? Which ones did you love? Number 6. Doctor's Castle. Now, a little bit of Siege history if you weren't around at this time. Before the rework of Theme Park, people had known that the map would be getting a rework soon, and they thought maybe having Doctor's Castle coming on Halloween, right before that rework came out, would be a precursor of what to come. It really wasn't. Doctor's Castle was somewhat of a reskin of old Theme Park, which in of itself is no longer playable. But this map was slightly modified too to include an electric chair and a glass box with a body being electrocuted. Otherwise, Doctor's Castle wasn't too different other than having a gigantic gate for the attackers, who were all essentially sledge by the way, to be locked in. Number 5. Stadium. For a very small amount of time, to celebrate the Road to SI event in 2020, featured an amazing map called Stadium. Well, unlike any other map on this list, this competitively focused map was really fun for a lot of players to play competitively, with announcers announcing every kill and death, as well as bulletproof glass being featured, which we still haven't seen in actual maps yet. Unfortunately, like most of the maps, not all operators are playable on many of these maps, and while it was cool while it lasted, this fun map only lasted from January to February in 2020. Now, it's possible this map could come back for the next SI event, but, especially if we don't have a LAN, it's possible. But we'll have to see in January. Right now, the answer is probably no, you can no longer play it. Number 4. Headquarters. The Headquarters map is a reworked redesign of the original Hereford. What's interesting about this event though is that the original Hereford had already been redesigned at this point. Isn't that weird? Hereford had been reworked for nearly 2 years when this event had come out. This is the only map to have this happen to. What was unique about this map was that the majority of it was completely destructible as well. Basic things like stairs and other normally non-soft walls and floors, of course, were indestructible, but all of the flooring of the map was completely destructible. Now, for truth, like the old Hereford and like the Showdown game mode, have yet to be ever seen again. Only available for a limited time, we will never ever see the Headquarters map again. Number 3. The Robot Tower. Hey, this map is playable right now as of 8/20/20. Go play it right now before it goes away forever. Alright, with that out of the way, the Robot Tower hasn't had that much of a design difference other than the robotic elements too. All in all, this map is one of the most reskin-like of the other maps. There's not a lot to really talk about. It's exactly the same tower that we're used to, just with extra glitches and it looking super all robotic-y. Hey, did you know that I have a Twitter? I'm planning on having a giveaway once we get closer to 1,000 followers. Each video we get closer and I'll let you know what the giveaway will be, so make sure you follow my Twitter to find out what it's gonna be. Number 2, the Madhouse. Ooh! This is the most exclusive map redesign in Rainbow Six Siege. Only available for 5 days in 2018, this Halloween event took the original house map, which has now been redesigned by the way, into a very pumpkin-y house for all kinds of weird horrors. This map was really fun, the operator selection was limited, and having a very atmospheric area as a map was one of the most immersive in the game. Unfortunately, we'll never be seeing it again it seems, and with the new house rework underway as of 2020, it's very unlikely we'll ever see the OG Madhouse again. But it was fun while it lasted, and if you couldn't play it, you know, sucks for you. Number 1, Outbreak Land. The most exclusive map in all of Rainbow Six Siege. This map is completely unique to the Outbreak map, which by the way, never got a specific name as far as I can tell. Entering the map is in this PvE mode that had defenders like Smoke as an attacker working alongside operators like Ash to enter Patient Zero's house and dismantle those things. I don't know. This map unfortunately never came to PvP, and it would be really cool to see, but it was never meant to be. This map was never reworked into a multiplayer map like Bartlett was, and we'll never be seeing Outbreak or its map again. Now, some of the elements from Outbreak did make its way into traditional Siege. One of the main monsters had the same ability Oryx has. Overall, really nice to see. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe below if you want to see more casual and esports content. Join my Discord. We have 10 mans every weekend for Siege and Valorant. And have a wonderful day.